morning, sir, or good day. So today I will be discussing the introduction part of explaining how our system works and how our system will work. In the conclusion, I will also be discussing some advantages and disadvantages of our system. So first of all, I want to discuss the introduction part of our system and the reason why we have made or we have came up with this idea. First of all, we have conducted some survey or asking some persons, limited persons that we know, especially students, regarding if they are writing or have a note of their expenses in monitoring their expenses per week or per month as a student, especially students like me. And we have gathered or come up with the result that yes, most of them are writing their expenses on a hard copy like this. They have this note of expenses per month, per week. So we have come up with the idea of why not creating a particular system, simple system that will allow them to enter their expenses at the same time and expenses. Then they can search their expenses. Then the system will return when did they spend it, what did they buy, and how much did they spend. So, and because more of us today live in a modern era in which technology is a must. Technology is part of our everyday life. So we thought and we believe that our system will help students like me, like us, our group, to manage our system, our financial status or expenses more efficiently because of this system, instead of writing it on a paper which has a higher potential of losing this paper or vanishing, because a lot of factors can cause our list of expenses to be gone or to be removed. But our system offers different function because it isn't because it is a system. Again, it is not totally an application but a system, because we have not designed UI, we have not incorporated UI or user interface, but it is just a normal system. But it will be helpful because it will allow the benefits that it offers will allow the students like me to manage, to see to save our expenses more efficiently in a comfort and in a real time. Like for example, I'm buying in a market, so I don't need to it's more difficult to get your notes in the bag, then write whatever you will buy, then list, then add it all. So our system can do it for you. You just need to type it and then save it to our system. Just make sure that you know your password or your PIN. So that is, and for our introduction part also pala po, we also utilizes stocks, fixed size or limited size stocks. Upon entering, the user will be shown two options. It's either password or PIN. Then after the user choose one, it will again return to the same. It will ask for verification, and if the user did not put the same password or PIN that he or she entered in the first time that he entered it, there is 5 limited chances for him to enter or log in. If not, the history will be displayed, or his or her attempts, what are those attempts, so he can see why he did not get the right password for their verification, and again try for the next time. And with that, we use or utilize fixed size stocks with 5 spaces. And the other cases, the function or the total body of our code will be explained by my co-members. See you in conclusion.
So in case 1, the user is prompted to input details for a new expense. So the program asks the user to specify the name of the expense, the date, format, and the price. These details are then pushed into their respective stocks. So the expense name is added to the stock expenses using the push XP method. So then the date is added to the stock date using the push date method. Then the price is added to the stock prices using the push price method. And if any of these stocks reach their capacity, then the program automatically doubles their size using the expand all method. This ensures the program can handle more data without running into size limitations. So in case 2, which is the show last expense, it allows the user to view the most recent expense they entered. So the program retrieves the top value from the stocks without removing them. So the pick XP method fetches the most recent expense name. Then the pick date method retrieves the corresponding date. And the pick price method retrieves the associated price. So the program then displays these details, showing the user the last expense added along with its price and date. So case 3, remove latest expense. So the user can remove the most recently added expense, which the program pops the top values from the stocks. So the pop exp method removes and retrieves the latest expense name, and the pop price method removes and retrieves the associated price, and the pop date method removes and retrieves the corresponding date. So after these values are removed, they are automatically archived in queues, which are the QXP, Q price, and Q date, using NQ methods to maintain a history of removed expenses. So if the queues are full, the expand queue method doubles their size to accommodate more data. So the program then displays the details of the removed expense, showing its name, price, and date.
In case 4, it shows archive expenses. When you remove an expense, it doesn't get deleted permanently. Instead, it's moved to an archive for safekeeping. In this case, you can view all the expenses you've removed so far. The program goes through the archive and shows you the name, price, and date of each expense, listed in the order you removed them. In case 5, it shows my expenses. This option lets you see all your current expenses in 2 ways, as they are unsorted or sorted by price. If you choose the unsorted option, the program shows your expenses just as you entered them. If you choose the sorted option, it organizes the expenses by price and then shows them to you. This is helpful if you want to quickly find the cheapest or most expensive item. In case 6, it searches expenses. Here, you can look for a specific expense by its name. When you enter the name, the program first sorts all the expenses by price and then use a quick search method, the binary search, to find it. If it finds the expense, it shows you its name, price, and date. If not, it lets you know that the item was not found.
As you heard, case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the exit. Those are the functions or how our code works. So again, we utilizes bubble sort, binary search for searching, in which it will return the price, the date, and it also has entering your expenses, searching for your expenses, seeing the last transaction or the function pick in the stock, then popping or removing some list that you want to remove. Then it will be added to the archive. You can see the history of the delisted expenses. It is also in the function, so you can monitor more efficiently your expenses. You can remove, you can add, you can search, even you can see and put the date in it. And for the conclusion, especially me as the coder, we want to acknowledge that our code could have been better if we have used linked list. Because as you can see, we have utilized a lot of variables like top, different tops, rare, different arrays and stocks and queues. But it could have been a better code if we use linked list. But as our prof said, we are going to share what we have learned. So personally me, I want to admit that I am more familiar with stocks and dynamic at this moment. So I am open for correction and pressing to be better coder and programmer someday. I will be studying more of the linked list, array list, and especially binary list and other discussions. So today we have shared honestly what we have learned and not using AI for making the code for us. We use AI to guide us on how we will correct our code, but not the AI to totally create the whole code for us. So we made this final project honestly, sharing and doing our best to do a program that is efficient unto itself. But we also admit the disadvantages, especially in case 6 or case 7 in searching. Sometimes it's hard to search, especially after adding, it's hard to search. But I figured out that it is in the how do you call it, the GDB sometimes. But yeah, we offer a good benefit of our program, but at the same time we acknowledge the disadvantages and furthermore improvement that our code would have if we have utilized more and more knowledge that we have gained and study more about this and utilize some other like linked list or array list. It could have been a better code, but again, we did our best to make a program that is efficient unto itself and attain the goal or the aim that you know we desire for our users. So that's it, sir, and thank you.